Hello, I'm Lindsay. Thank you for joining me for this short yoga practice. This practice is intended to be something you can do first thing in the morning or at any point during your day, 10 minutes, just to get your body moving and flowing. So we'll begin standing up. And bring your feet about hip distance apart. So hip distance is 2 fists. And then bring your hands together at your heart. Tuck your tail under for prayer pose. Close your eyes if that feels all right. And take a couple of breaths just to get yourself into the space. Now you can keep your eyes closed or open them. Your elbows are bent, palms are facing up. Or an in-breath, drawing the breath up from the bottom of your lungs. On an out-breath, slight knee bend, pressing down and away. Inhale up, slow, long, deep breath. Pause for a moment, exhale down. We'll do 2 more. Last time, you're going to bring your arms all the way up. This video is going to cut off my hands, but my hands are together in prayer. On an out breath, bring them down to your chest. We're going to start at the top of the mat here. So if you come to the top of your mat, bring your hands together again. Inhale, hands up to the sky. They're still in prayer. Exhale down to your chest. On an in-breath, you're going to tilt forward, keep your back nice and flat. And on your next out-breath, you can bend your knees slightly, relax the back of your neck, come into a nice forward bend. Doesn't matter if you're very far from the floor, just let your arms dangle. Do what feels good there. Bring your fingertips to the floor, bend your knees if you have to, and step your right foot back as far as is comfortable. So we're going to take a little warm up for the knees and the hips. If you've got dodgy knees, you can put a cushion underneath your knees. Otherwise, you're just rocking backwards and forwards. So you can make this subtle, or you can make it as intense as you want by lifting your toes and bringing your hips back towards your heel. Just make it gentle. Whatever you're doing, make sure that your knee doesn't come over your ankle. So if your ankle's behind you, slide it forward so that the knee comes over the ankle. That's just protecting your joints. Okay, on an in-breath, we're going to sweep your arms up to the sky. If you're feeling wobbly today, you can bring your hands to your hips. So wherever you are, your gaze is straight ahead. Or for a challenge, looking up between your hands. Take a couple of breaths. On an out breath, bring your hands down to the mat. Step your left foot back. And we're going to come into a downward dog. So walk your hands forward just a little bit. Hips up to the sky. And then draw your hips and your heels to the back of the mat. So your knees can be bent if they need to. You're working towards straightening your legs. Press into your hands, lengthen your arms. And if you like, you could bend one knee at a time. And stretch out your calves. This is lovely if you run or cycle. And then drop your knees to the mat. We're going to bring your right foot forward. So take it slowly or sweep it right through. And then stretching again. Forwards and backwards. When you're doing this, you're looking for a nice lengthening in your hamstring. And then with our next in-breath, we're going to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Again, looking straight ahead, hands at your hips if you prefer, or hands up to the sky and looking at the space between your hands. A couple of breaths. On and out breath, hands down. I'm going to step your back foot forward and into your forward bend. Again, your knees can be bent if you like, and you're working towards straightening them. If you find you straighten them and you come all the way off the floor, just do what feels good. You can either practice here if you prefer, or keep your knees bent and lengthen your spine. You're wanting to stretch out the hamstrings here. It's also really good for your back and for your neck, so let the back of your neck relax. And then bend your knees, and we're going to let your arms dangle. Inhale, come up a little bit at a time. Shoulders come last. In breath, arms up to the sky, bring your palms together, looking up at your thumbs. You can't tell, but I am. Then you're going to bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale forward. Exhale, fingers towards the floor. Relax your knees slightly, perhaps working towards straightening your legs. And we'll send your right foot back again. Drop onto the knee. In breath, hands up to the sky if that feels all right. And this time we're going to bring the right hand down to the mat and the left hand staying high. So you want to make sure your right hand, the heel of the right hand is equal to the heel, or even with the heel of the left foot. And you're opening your chest out just a little bit to the sky, looking up into your palm. And take a couple of breaths here. On an out breath, you're going to bring your left hand down and drop it down just outside the left foot. Step the left foot back. Come back into your downward dog, so walk your hands forward just a smidge, hips up to the sky, rock your hips back. Relax the back of your neck. Drop your knees onto the mat. We're going to step your right foot forward, so take your time. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms up. On an out breath, left hand comes down this time and looking up into your right hand. So opening your chest out just a little bit. A couple of breaths. And on an out breath, set your right hand down. And we're going to bring your left foot all the way forward into your forward bend. Bend your knees, uncurl, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, sweep your arms up, exhale down. Inhale back up. And this time we're going to swan dive. So swan dive, arms come out to the side as you go down. All the way forward. And we're going to step your right foot back and drop the knee. And then step your left foot back and drop the knee. And we're going to uncurl your toes and come into a child's pose. Forehead on the mat. Breathing in, coming back up onto a nice tabletop position. So wrists are under shoulders, knees are under hips. And we'll do a cat-cow, which is lovely for your spine. So on an inhale, tail and forehead to the sky. On an out breath, tipping back the other way. Chin to chest, tail tucked under. Keep your arms straight throughout. A couple more. Inhale back up. Exhale the other way. One more. Inhale up. And exhale. Lovely. Come to a flat back. A bit of strength work. Again, if you have issues with your knees, make sure that you've got a folded blanket or a cushion. We're going to bring your right leg behind you. And watch my pot to plant. Flex the foot and just check what your leg's doing. So you want to make sure that your toes are dialed down towards the floor, so they're not off to the side a little bit. You're dialing your toes down to the floor, and then you're aiming to have hips and heel even. Now when you're ready on an in-breath, you can reach your left hand out as far as it'll go. Stretch the heel and the hand as far away from each other as you can. Nice big in-breath. Out-breath, drop the hand, drop the knee. Come into a child's pose for a moment. If that was strong on your wrists, you like to rest your wrists, you can bring your arms behind you, circle your wrists. Go both directions. Bring your hands back up. Bring yourself back up onto your hands and knees. Adjust your hands and your knees if you need to. And then send your left foot out and flex it. Make sure hips and heels are even. And when you're ready, right hand out as far as it'll go. Nice big in-breath, lengthen. Out-breath, drop it down. Brilliant. We're almost out of time, so we're just going to come into a little back bend and a forward bend. So walk your hands forward a little way. Come onto your chest. Forehead tucked under for a moment. Hands just underneath your shoulders. Feet about hip distance apart. Toenails on the mat. Press the tops of your feet down. Lift your shoulders. Not using your hands at all. Just lifting up a little way for a back strengthener. Your gaze is straight ahead, and then draw your elbows down towards your waist. Keep them tucked in. Couple of breaths here. This is Cobra. And on your out breath, slowly lower down. Bring your forehead back to the mat. Come onto your hands and knees. Hips back to heels. Into your child's pose. And that's going to be all for today. The most important part of your practice is your Shavasana, your relaxation at the end. So we're going to finish just a few minutes, a few breaths. So come onto your back. Stretch out your legs if that feels all right. If your back is sore in any way, bend your knees and just let your knees drop into each other. But if you're feeling all right in your back, you can stretch out your legs, arms by your sides, palms facing up. Let your shoulders sink into the mat, get yourself comfy. Let the muscles of your face soften. And take a couple of nice, long, deep in and out breaths. And with the out breath, letting your body gently relax into the mat. And if you have a resolution or an affirmation that you're working on, you could say that to yourself 3 times, or you might say to yourself, everything is as it should be. And to come out, just gently begin to move your hands, move your feet, rock your head. Have a big stretch. Open your eyes when you're ready. And to come up, roll over onto one side first and help yourself up so you don't strain your neck. And then come to sitting on the mat. Om Shanti. Thank you for joining me in my practice today.